Good morning students. We are going to study chemistry for class 6. This is video number 3 for the second chapter, elements and compounds. In this video we will be studying about atoms and molecules. So let us start. Something about atom. Everything, the whole universe is made up of matter, and this matter is made up of very tiny indivisible particles called atoms. Okay, in fact the word atom is derived from a Latin word atomos, and the meaning of atomos is uncuttable. Uncuttable means something that cannot be further subdivided. But in most of the cases this atom does not exist independently. In fact it combines to form molecules. Okay, so let us study about atoms in detail. An atom is the smallest particle of an element which possesses all the properties of that element and may or may not have independent existence. So an atom is the smallest particle of an element. We had studied about elements in the last video, that they are made up of one kind of atoms. An atom will be the smallest unit of the element, and it will show all the properties of the element. All the properties, by that I mean, suppose if this is an iron rod and we take one atom of iron, one Fe atom if we take, it will show the same properties as shown by this iron rod. Okay, that means it is also going to be attracted by a magnet, and all other properties, it will be corroded in the presence of moisture and oxygen. It will be corroded and form a rust on its outer surface. Okay, so one atom of the element will show all the properties of that element. Then the next point is, they may or may not have independent existence. In most of the cases in most of the cases, atoms do not exist independently. That means they combine to form molecules. Like in the case of hydrogen, in the atmosphere we see H2 molecules, not hydrogen atoms. That means two hydrogen atoms combine to form its molecule. Then oxygen atoms are also there, O2 molecules. Okay. Then in the same way nitrogen, N2 is there. Alright. But some of the atoms, they exist independently. That is the case with noble gases. I hope you remember what noble or inert gases is. If you have forgotten, you see the first video of this chapter. So the noble gases, the atoms are stable alone, and they are in their atomic form. The examples, the helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. So in the atmosphere we can see helium atoms, neon atoms. Alright. Now let us see the characteristics of atoms. The first one, the atoms of the most elements are very reactive and do not exist as free atoms. Okay. Since it is the smallest unit, it is very reactive. That means it is going to participate in the chemical reaction, and in most of the cases it does not exist freely. Like I told you so many examples just now. For the free ones, very few examples are there, only the noble gases. All the atoms, they combine to form molecules. Alright, then the second one, all atoms of the elements are identical. Now this point says that all the atoms for a particular element will be identical. That means if there is a iron rod, if you are taking one atom from one corner and other atom from the other corner, they will have all the same properties. In coming chapters you will be studying that atoms, they have got particular atomic number and mass number. For both these atoms, they will have the same atomic number and mass number. They will show all the physical and chemical properties same. Everything will be same. Just like twins are there, identical twins. In the same way, all the atoms of the element will have the same properties. Alright. Then the next one. The atoms of one element are different from the atoms of other element. If we are taking an atom of gold and if we are taking an atom of silver, they will have different properties. They will have different weight, and also the properties like the gold, it is golden in color, it shows luster, and silver, we see silver also has got shine, but the color is different and also it has got different properties. So, atom of a particular element are identical in all respect, and they are different from atoms of other elements. Alright. Then, an atom maintains its properties through all the physical and chemical changes. That means an atom will maintain itself whether it undergoes physical change or chemical change. That means atom will not be affected by any physical or chemical change. That is very well understood from the first point only, that atom cannot be further subdivided. It is uncuttable. It is the smallest part. So whether you make it or undergo it through a physical change or chemical change, it will not be affected. Let us have a quick recap of all the points. The atoms of most elements are very reactive and do not exist as free atoms. All atoms of an element are identical. The atoms of one element are different from the atoms of the other element. An atom maintains its properties through all physical and chemical changes. Proceeding forward with molecules, we just studied that atom is the smallest unit of matter which may or may not exist independently. If it does not exist independently, it combines to form molecules. Okay, let us see the definition. A molecule can be defined as the smallest particle of an element or compound that has independent existence and shows all the properties of that substance. So a molecule is also, it is the smallest unit of an element or a compound, and the most important point here is it has got independent existence. That was not the case with atoms. Atoms may or may not have independent existence, but about molecules we are sure that they exist independently, and just like atoms show all the properties of the elements, in the same way molecule also shows all the properties of the particular element or compound. Okay, let us see the characteristics of molecules in detail. Molecules are formed by the combination of atoms of the same element or different element. Now this combination of atoms for forming molecules, they can be atoms of the same element or the atoms of different element. We can take one example and understand. Just like oxygen molecule O2. See, it is formed by the combination of two oxygen atoms. That means same kind of atoms, same elements have combined together to form oxygen molecule. Or for different elements, we can take the example of carbon dioxide, CO2. You see, it is formed by the combination of two elements, one carbon and one oxygen. So molecule can be, but both are molecules. Oxygen is also a molecule, carbon dioxide is also a molecule. So a molecule can be formed by the combination of atoms of the same element or the atoms of different elements. Alright. Then the atoms of a molecule are held together by an attractive force called chemical bond. The atoms in a molecule, they will be held together, closely packed together by a force of attraction, and that force of attraction is called chemical bond. That means these atoms, oxygen atoms here, they will be bonded together, and the force of attraction that plays its role is called chemical bond. This also carbon dioxide, if you see, this carbon atom and two oxygen atoms. See, these lines are shown, they show what? The force of attraction, and that is called chemical bond. Alright. A molecule of a substance can be represented by its molecular formula. If we have to write a molecule or represent a molecule, that can be done by the molecular formula. Actually, I have already written the molecular formulas here. What O2 I have written, this is the molecular formula for oxygen. CO2 is the molecular formula for carbon dioxide. Few more we can see. Ammonia is the molecular formula, NH3 is the molecular formula for ammonia. Then NaOH. This is the molecular formula for sodium hydroxide. Okay, let us have a quick recap of the points. The molecules are formed by the combination of atoms of the same element or different elements. The atoms of a molecule are held together by attractive force called chemical bond. A molecule of a substance can be represented by its molecular formula. Proceeding with molecules, molecules can be of two types. Molecule of the element and molecule of the compound. We have studied in detail about elements and compounds. The same knowledge you should apply here. When we talk about elements, you know they are made up of one kind of atoms, and when we talk about compounds, they are made up of more than one kind of atoms. So molecule of the element is made by the combination of one kind of atoms. Okay, the examples you see here: O2, N2, Cl2, H2. In O2 you see two oxygen atoms combined to form one oxygen molecule. Then N2, two nitrogen atoms are combined. In Cl2, two chlorine atoms combined. In H2, two hydrogen atoms are combined. And here you see O3. O3, I suppose you know, it is the formula for ozone, where three atoms of oxygen combine to form one molecule of ozone. So molecule of an element is formed by the combination of only one kind of atoms, and molecule of the compound on the other hand is formed by the combination of different type of atoms. When different type of atoms combine, they form molecule of the compound. Examples you see: carbon dioxide, CO2. CO2 is formed by the combination of one atom of carbon and two atoms of oxygen. Then hydrogen chloride, HCl, it is formed by the combination of one atom of hydrogen and one atom of chlorine. Then NO2, nitrogen dioxide, it is formed by the combination of one atom of nitrogen with two atoms of oxygen. Alright. Then there is a term atomicity. Atomicity is the number of atoms present in a molecule of the element. Atomicity is the number of atoms present in a molecule of the element. This term is only there for molecule of the element, not for compounds. That means how many atoms are there in one molecule. If we take one example, oxygen. We know oxygen, it consists of two atoms in one molecule. So its atomicity is 2. Right, if you know the formula, it is very easy to tell about the atomicity. You just see the number, the subscript that is written below. From that you will understand. You see here oxygen. It is formed by the combination of two atoms of oxygen, so its atomicity is 2. Nitrogen, you see, it is formed by combination of two atoms of nitrogen, so atomicity is 2 again. Chlorine, what is the atomicity? 2 again, two atoms are there. But for ozone, what is the atomicity? It is 3. That means 3 atoms of oxygen combine to form one molecule of ozone. Alright, on the basis of these numbers, only few more terms are there, like monoatomic, diatomic, triatomic and polyatomic. From the name itself, you will come to know monoatomic means, mono means what? One. That means if a molecule consists of only one atom, then that is a monoatomic molecule. The case is only possible with noble gases, helium, neon, argon. They are independent. They have only one atom in their molecule. Okay, so they are monoatomic molecules. Then diatomic. Di means what? 2. If a molecule consists of two atoms, then that is a diatomic molecule. Many examples you see: O2, N2, Cl2, H2. All these are there. Then triatomic means, tri means 3. That means 3 atoms in a molecule. So the example, ozone we have got. It has 3 atoms of oxygen in one molecule. Then polyatomic. Poly means polyatomic molecules are those if it consists of more than 2 atoms in a molecule. The same we have studied in maths. So polyatomic molecules, they have more than 2 atoms. In fact, this triatomic is also included in this polyatomic. If any molecule has more than 2 atoms, it will be included in polyatomic. The examples we see: sulfur, it has 4 atoms in a molecule. S4 is its formula, so it is polyatomic. Then phosphorus, 8 atoms are there in a molecule, so its formula becomes P8. That's all for today's video. In this video we studied what is an atom, characteristics of an atom, what is a molecule, characteristics of the molecule, then the 2 types of molecule, molecule of the element and molecule of the compound. Now there is some homework for you people, note it down. Name the constituents of the following compounds. That means you have to write what these compounds are made up of. You have to write the name of the elements. Okay. The first one, carbon dioxide. Second, iron sulfide. Third, common salt. And fourth, ammonia. Do this homework. You can write these questions in the copy and write your answer. And regarding question answers, the study material has already been given to you. You can start writing the short answers. After this video, means up to the topic we have completed question number 5. So up to that you can write in your copy. Thank you.